Welcome back to the Curiosity Cave. Today we're doing a VR for Sammy Thunder. It's that is not a Fleer 1991 3000 subscriber VR, and I thought it was a 91 Fleer, so I got out this uncut sheet. At the 2023 National, Dylan saw me with half dozen of these uh, unused Peter's Meat packages, and he, 2 years later, year and a half later, he remembers them as uncut 1991 Fleer cards, but I like to tease him about it. This is Ed Lopat. That's the full unused package. I've got a couple of them. I've got a Killebrew. If you want to see the Killebrew, I'll be on Card Room Live Sunday night. I might just show it during that Card Room Live. So Sammy wants us to show some oddball cards, but he also wants us to be wearing, if we have it, t-shirts designed and made by Scott, Reindeer Studios. I've got the polar bear shirt on. Pull it up a little bit there. Got a few shirts, but that's my favorite one, the polar bear. First card I got up is a 1952 Laval Dairy from Quebec minor league team. And this is Julio Becoeur, but the French-Canadian translation comes out for some reason to, let me show you here. Anyway, it's July Becker. Next we have Sammy's favorite. Here's a transogram side panel of Cesar Tovar. Once played all 9 positions in a baseball game for the Minnesota Twins. Here's one you don't see very often unless it's on the complete box. This is the picture of Johnny Bench. Awesome pose, but it's cut from a 1971 Topps wax box. Here's a 1970 Topps glossy proof of Willie Wood with the square corners. You don't see the square corners that often. Here's a Wonder Bread, 1974, Pablo Robertson, one of my favorite Globetrotters at the time. Marcus Haynes, I don't know if he's even still with them, but I liked watching Pablo Robertson dribble around the basketball court. Here we have a 1983 50th anniversary All-Star Game card of Nolan Ryan. And it has the logo for the Chicago Comiskey Park All-Star Game on the back. And here, this isn't a card, but it's a piece of curiosity. It's an envelope from 1939, Bob Feller Homecoming, his hometown of Van Meter, Iowa, where there was once a museum there in his honor. I believe some of his items have been moved down to City Hall at the present. Here's a baseball set. I don't know anything about it. I've never seen it before I picked it up. I got it from Cracker Jack Cards a while back. It's got all the big names. Blank back. It could even be homemade. Who knows? Or it could be one of them obscure sets that, nobody really knows anything about. Just floating around there through the hobby from collector to collector. Here I have a photo of Willie Mays from Wrigley Field, still with the Giants there. If I got Willie Mays, I got to have the hometown hero, Tony Oliva, and one other hometown hero. Here's the 1988 Smokey the Bear Minnesota Twins postcard where you can color of the figure. You can have your baby blue uniform top if you want. And staying on track with Minnesota Twins, 1965 trade block twins, Harmon Killebrew. These came in a game. It's like 54 cards in the set. They're not all players. Get yearbooks, baseballs, all sorts of fun stuff. 1961 Chemstrand, Harmon Killebrew patch. And then 1976 Laughlin, Jackie Robinson. A little tribute to Black History Month here. Jackie Robinson, first black major leaguer. Here's one of my favorite cards or booklets. It's actually a booklet from the 1928 and 29 Men of America sets. Bobby Jones on the front. Honest White, or not Honest. Rogers Hornsby on the back. And the only thing sports related on this item is the hockey sticks. That's the Dion quintuplets from Canada. They were a Canadian national treasure. Parents couldn't afford to raise them, and government took over and raised them. This is from the 1940s. They were a big deal back then around the world, especially in Canada. Got to have a home run derby and an oddball presentation. Bob Allison. Big part of the Twins' great 60s teams. 1 World Series and 2 playoffs. One of my favorite cards. These are all my favorite cards almost, but from Life magazine, Mickey Mantle. And of course, the other side is Roger Maris. And finally, my most recent addition to my collection. I have not shown it on my channel yet. 1957 Ohio, Roger Maris. And I see a lot of them in lower grades, but I saw a 7, chasing numbers, chasing the Mangini numbers. But it looked so much nicer than all the other ones that I've seen in a very reasonable price. So congratulations, 3,000 subs, Sammy. Doing a great job with your channel. A lot of interesting lives, a lot of interesting videos. Enjoy your channel, and I recommend it to anybody else that hasn't seen it. If there's anybody out there that hasn't, I'll put the address down below. And thank you very much. Have a great day. See ya.